Hi, in today's video, you are going to have a lot of imagination because I'm going to take you in a walkthrough of this presentation. But let's pretend that you are new to a website and you are looking. Imagine that this presentation is a website, even if it's obvious not a website. But imagine that you're visiting this for the very, very first time. And I want to show you some things, what can happen. So I want you to take another pair of glasses in kind of a symbolic way to this walkthrough. So welcome to this website. When you're coming to a new website, you obviously are thinking, even if you don't know it, YIFM. And that stands for what's in it for me. And that means, can I find something that I really are looking for here? Or shall I just do something else? And this is kind of a brief walkthrough. It's not, I'm not able to cover everything because it's so much about websites. But maybe you heard me say this. It takes for the person, in this case, it's you, the first 7 seconds is the first seconds where you decide if you are going to move on to find the information you're searching for. So let's think a moment. That's also is the same for your users that are visiting your website. That are those 7 seconds that are depending on shall I stay or shall I leave? And I have written the 3 most important parts that makes a website trustworthy. But actually, it's not may even not be true. I mean, it's so many, many, many things that really are important for a website to be trustworthy and to be easy to read and so on. But those 3 parts or things, what you want to call it, is that every website should include, if it's not a landing page, the first page that you're landing on to collect information. But if you have a regular website where you want people to stay and learn more about you, you need to have one part where about me or about us, depending on if you're one or more than one person. Because who is, this is the big question for the users. Who is behind this website or company or whatever? So here you want to give a really good picture of yourself. something that makes your visitors to trust you. And the second thing is the contact information. It could be a contact form, but something. It could be an email address, a phone number, whatever, but something that shows the visitor that they are able to ask you if they are wondering something. That makes the trustworthiness, can you say so, much, much bigger for your web page. And imagine you are visiting a web page from 2006. What questions comes in your mind then? Well, probably, is this even available now? Is it something old, or what is this? No, this is too old. They are not there any longer, or something like that. So this is really, really important to show your users and your visitors that the information is valid now. And you can do that by just put in the footer, in the lowest part of the website, you can put the year that you created the website. That's an easy way to do this. But one more important thing is also about the whole design, because you want your visitors to stay on your page, or in this case, you maybe want to have them give them the free tour, but you want your users to stay at your place and not go moving away to another place. So if you're suddenly doing something that you're so creative, so you're just designing and oh, you go all in with colors and everything. So suddenly your visitor is coming to something that looks completely different from the other parts. They are going to wonder, where am I? Am I still on the page that I started to look at? Or have I been moved to another site? So therefore, it's very important to have the whole process to be complete. And I can really relate to this. The very, very, very first time I started to show interest for creating websites, I was totally new to this thing with computers and so on. I was quite late with, and I was in this special kind of school, for high school. It's a Danish concept where people can live, or they can just come and study. And I think I was studying in the musician, maybe, what you can call it. Oh, okay. But I had computer on the schedule, and I was sitting there and I created for our choir, and I was, oh, I really wanted to do this, and I was, and then I think back about how it ended up. It was a real disaster if you're thinking of usability. It was different colors, different backgrounds with a lot of uh, things happening in the background, and not very readable at all because I haven't studied. I was new to it, and I really enjoyed to find out and so on. So we didn't have that for a very long time, I think. But yeah, what is happening? If you know what breadcrumbs is, those small things from the bread. But in the world of websites, breadcrumbs is more like traces, what do you call it? Traces that the user, they are not, they don't need to know this, but having breadcrumbs, having your user to follow a special path, moving on. This one, here you are breaking the path. This is something completely different. And breadcrumbs, it can also be about having so your visitor recognize where he or she is, recognized by the same font, the same size, and so on, and try to give this more one look through the whole website. And if you're using those templates, this is not actually, if you're not changing your color yourself, this is not really a problem, because most of the templates I have seen, I haven't seen one that is changing so much you don't recognize where you are, but it's good to know about it. So, sorry, I need to go back. No. Okay. Breadcrumbs. We were at breadcrumbs. It feels like I already have been saying this one, but okay, it's important. So I don't know if I'm if I did something about the presentation or something, but it's worth repeating if I have already said this. The three most important parts, even if there are so much more things going on. It's about me, because the visitor wants to know who is behind. Yes, this I have said. I think this one changes. Okay, and the contact information. Where can they reach you? And is the page valid now? But more important things, and as I said, I'm just going to take a brief walkthrough because this area is huge, really, really huge. But I wanted to mention some things, and you have maybe heard me say this in earlier videos. Other important things is about readability of the page, and it comes to fonts, the letters, what kind of letters it is, and if it's sans serif or serif, and that's those small lines, because you want to have this without those small lines when you are going to read it on the web, on the screen. And it's about white space, and white space is this empty area, and not necessarily need to be white. You should have a balance between the white space, and so it's not going to be too crowded in the interface. There you see it. And you want your website to look professional. And Then it comes also to if you're just putting a lot of text, and it's like if you're reading and it's just a lot of text here, and it could be like the user are not able to even breathe because they are going to read more and 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 more. So you have different things that you can use to that are helping your website to look more professional, and white space is one of those. But it's also about colors. Colors mean different things to different user. Red for stop or for love. Uh, Orange for attention, and green for okay or health or whatever. But you also have this thing that I know I mentioned in another video, but repeating is good because some people have this red green. They can't see the difference between red and green, and therefore avoid to have um, green and red on the same page if it's possible. But there are also one other thing, and I haven't done a slide about that, but one thing that is really hard to read is red text on a blue background. So please avoid that also. But it's also about categories, how the information is spread out. It's about the menu bars, and it's also about alignment. And alignment, with that, it means if you can imagine a line here, and if you can see that it's starting, and you can choose to have alignment in the left hand side or in the right hand side. But personally, I prefer to have an alignment in the left hand side. And this is also about readability. This is because it's much easier for the eye and the human perception to work when you do this. And as I said before, it's about trustworthy. It's about the impression the website gives to your visitor. It's also about photos and some different stuff around photos. And very important that your information is accurate. So you don't have any try to say something that's not is not really true. Don't try to avoid to promise things that you can't really say it's going to happen because it's not up to you. So, and what's more important when you're planning your website? Yeah, this thing. What are your visitors looking for? What information do they want answers? What do they want to have? Which answers do they want to have? Are they searching for the business opportunity? Are they searching for the products? Are they searching for information because they are already in your team but are trying to learn things? This is really, really important. And if you want to have this move on more smoothly, I would suggest to start with the business opportunity. And then you can think if you want to also put the information about products and so on. But that's not necessarily true neither. It depends on you and it depends on how much you have learned, what you want, what you are dreaming of having on your website. So this was, as I said, a really brief walkthrough. And since it's such a big area, it's not, it takes too long time to do a fully presentation at this moment. So this is what I'm to you today about the information. And my question to you is, which information that you have heard here in the presentation was most valuable for you? Was it something that was new to you? Was it something that you think, oh, poof, that's, I didn't understand, or something like that? Please let me know if I should describe something more in detail. But it's also, think of it like this. This is just for a bit of understanding, for you to have a bit of understanding, to see you can't blame yourself. You shouldn't blame yourself if you don't get everything what I'm talking about, because it's so much information, and this is what I studied for many years. Then I was on the university, and because I really love to looking at websites and finding how they can be better and so on. But I hope you can bring something with you with this, without um, getting down. Oh, because when you're creating a website, joy, happiness, and investigation, that's nice. But also be open, and if you want help to want me to have a look or something on something you're creating, so let me know. And with that, I wonder if you have any questions, as I already told you before. But let me know if you have any special questions. And thanks for attending. And with that, I want to give to I want you to have a really great day. Bye.